All right, so there's guys out there who do no fap, who meditate, and who do these multiple different self-improvement things, right? And if they mess up on one of them or they mess up, even a little bit, they feel so much guilt and shame and it destroys their confidence. Whereas there's other guys out there who literally don't follow any of the self-improvement stuff and they're confident, right? They're confident as hell. I'm going to talk about the difference here specifically. I'll talk about the main habit destroying your confidence, right? At least in my experience. And it's not any of these things that all these other self-help people talk about. So firstly, I'm going to talk about 3 habits that are touted as being like confidence builders, and I'm going to talk about why those are not the ones that are destroying your confidence. And I'll end this video off by the one thing that, again, at least for me, was absolutely crushing my confidence, right? So I really hope you'll find a lot of value in this video. And without further ado, let's dive into it. I remember clearly I was walking, right, to my barber. So I'm going to my barber shop, about to get a haircut. And I just fapped the night before. And when I go to the barber, right, I struggle with like anxiety, and I've talked about it many times on my channel. So it's not something I try to hide. So even as I'm saying something as simple as, oh, please don't use blow dryer on my hair because, I have very dry hair in general. So I don't like barbers blow drying my hair. Some of them blow dry literally all day, right? So even saying something as simple as that makes me very anxious, right? Any form of like conflict and or disagreement can make me anxious, right? Well, this was a while ago, by the way. So anyway, I'm walking to the barber. I sit down, and keep in mind, again, I'd fapped the night before. So I sit down, and at that point, I was in the mentality of, if I fap, it destroys my confidence and all this, and only when I have my superpowers, and I'll touch on that a little bit later. Only when I have my superpowers, I have confidence. So again, I sat down on the seat, and the whole time the barber was, cutting it and using blow dryer like crazy. And again, it's not really a big deal. It's not like a blow dryer is going to kill me. But the point is, I wasn't able to stand up and speak out for what I actually wanted, because I thought, I've lost my superpowers, and because I fapped yesterday, that's why I'm not confident, right? This leads me to the first point. It's not fapping that's ruining your confidence, right? No fap can make it seem that way sometimes. Part of the issue is these people say, well, it's all about the superpowers, bro. If you don't fap for like 7 days, then, girls can't resist you, bro. And you become the alpha male, bro. Like, don't take that thought, throw it out the window. We don't listen to those people. Again, these people put a train of thought on us that doesn't serve us whatsoever. Look, I'm telling you, I've been on this self-improvement stuff for like 5+ years. And the amount of times I let like no fap and these other things like guilt trip me into feeling like absolute crap. I want to hopefully save you from that, right? Because as a counterexample, again, when I went to the barber, I wasn't even able to, tell him to not blow dry my hair. But as a counterexample, once I figured this out, I had my first boxing fight a few weeks ago, right? Which is way more of a stressful situation than asking barber not to blow dry your hair. And literally, I fapped on like Tuesday, had my fight on Friday, and I went, no problem, right? Think about that. Someone who literally couldn't even sit down in a barber's chair and ask them not to blow dry their hair because it was like, oh, I fapped yesterday, was able to fap and then just go have a boxing fight, right? So I'm telling you, fapping is not what's destroying your confidence. Now, the next thing I remember, especially when I was at the start of my self-improvement journey, right? I'm sitting down, I'm on my phone, I'm on like the dating app, probably Tinder or something, right? And I have no matches. It's a bloody wasteland, right? Like absolute zero. And I remember thinking to myself at that point, because again, I felt that absolutely crushed my confidence, right? So I remember thinking to myself, well, if I have abs, then I'm going to be able to get a bunch of matches, and I'll get a bunch of attractive girls, and then I'll feel great about myself. This is how I was thinking, right? And guess what happened? I ended up getting abs. I ended up getting in good shape, had my 6-pack, right? And I won't lie and say it didn't help me in getting more hookups and stuff. It definitely did. But the point I'm making is, despite having those abs, my insecurities stayed, right? I was someone, again, I've struggled with insecurities for a long time. I still do, but I'm in a significantly better place than I was before. But my insecurities would literally seep out of me. And getting abs didn't change that. This leads me to the second point. The fitness is something that's also touted in the self-improvement space. Even by me, I'm a big fitness fanatic. But again, if you're in a similar mindset as me, it's not your lack of abs that's destroying your confidence, okay? I can promise you that. And part of the issue here is These people say, "Oh, it's all about the six pack, bro. It's all about fitness and getting in shape, bro. You do that, it'll eradicate all of the problems, bro." Like, no, take that thought, throw it out the window. We don't listen to those people. And these people put a train of thought on us that doesn't serve us whatsoever. Look, again, I'm a huge, huge, huge fitness fanatic, right? I credit fitness as like the number one thing that's like greatly improved my quality of life. But that's not like just getting abs and just being in good shape. It helped me build up my confidence, but it wasn't this habit that, you know, it wasn't like having it completely like skyrocketed my confidence and not having it destroyed my confidence. That was not the case, right? Now, next thing I remember is I'm at my house, right? I'm standing literally at the doorway, and one of my friends is pulling up, and this is a guy who gets like tons of girls, right? Gets tons of dates easily. He's, he has, he doesn't really struggle on that end. Let's put it that way. So again, I'm standing in my doorway, and at this time I was working like minimum wage job, and he pulls up, and he pulls up in like a Chrysler 300, right? It's an old Chrysler 300, maybe worth like 10 to 12K, but it looks sick, right? If you've seen a Chrysler 300, it's called the poor man's Bentley, right? And it's called that because it's an absolutely sick looking car, but obviously they kind of copied the Bentley model, right? Like design, right? So anyway, he's pulling up. I remember thinking to myself in my head, I'm like, no wonder this guy gets a lot of girls. Like, look at his car; it looks sick, you know. I bet when I have a sick car, then I'll have no problems with dating. That's how I was thinking back then. Guess what's happened since? I now make six figures. I have a car that's significantly more expensive than that. And guess what? Still, that wasn't the thing that helped me feel more confident about myself. So the next misconception that I want to clear up is not the lack of money that's causing you to not feel confident in yourself. Again, I'm not denying the fact that as you build more money, as you improve yourself in aspects of life, it builds up your confidence. 100% it does. But I'm telling you, it's not the lack of money that's causing this big fluctuation in confidence, because my mindset back then, again, was like, oh, if I have abs and I have money, I'm feeling so insecure and shitty about myself right now. But when I have those things, I won't anymore. And this was not the case. That's the point I'm trying to drive home. Okay, so if it wasn't all these things, what was it that caused me to finally start to feel more confident in myself? Again, I'm not trying to like fabricate anything here and say like, oh, I'm this confident, 100% always on person, something like this. That's not what I'm saying, right? But again, I'm in a significantly better place than I was before. I struggled greatly with insecurities, and I'm in a significantly better place now. So what was it that changed the playing field for me? It was letting go of constant judgment and fear of rejection and constant judgment of myself, right? Constant judgment of myself. All the things that I've talked about so far, they kind of point back to one thing, right? And maybe you struggle with a similar thing. And if you do struggle with a similar thing, I think you'll find a lot of value in following this advice. With the no fap thing, right? I was judging myself. So, I broke my streak. Like, well, what's there to judge there exactly, man? What's there to judge there exactly? Again, I'm not saying don't improve, nor am I saying that, oh, just spend your whole life watching porn and waste your life. I'm not pro porn or anything like that, right? That's a whole separate topic anyway. But the point I'm making is that something that's really worth feeling so much guilt and shame about? It's one of the most basic human tendencies, right? Is that worth judging yourself to absolute eternity about? Is that worth it? Is that a productive use of your time? And is that something that's building up your confidence? Right? That's something to think about. Similarly with like getting abs or getting money, right? Or something like this, or any sort of these external things, right? You're judging yourself so harshly. It's like, oh, I'll be worth something when I have abs. Right now, I'm worth nothing. Right? Like what? If you're improving yourself right now, right? And you're on the path to that, right? Why would you treat yourself as like this worthless piece of shit right now? Right? If you had like a friend, let's say you had a friend, and let's say they're like, let's assume they're completely out of shape. If they were working on improving that, would you talk to them and be like, yeah, bro, like, you don't have abs yet, so basically all you're doing is pathetic, and you don't really deserve to feel confident in yourself, something like this? Or would you be like, damn, man, you should be proud of yourself? It's like, would you say something positive? Right? And that's the point I'm trying to make. Don't be judging yourself so harshly. And with the fear of rejection part, the reason I was doing all this, the reason I was borderline overcompensating, is because, as far as at least improving my dating life goes, I was like, oh, if I have abs, if I have money, then I won't get rejected because I was bloody tired of being rejected, man. Like, I've shared this many times as well, but so I guess I'll touch on it a little bit here. Like all throughout elementary school, high school, college, I was never like the cool kid or like the good looking kid or anything like this. I was like the nerdy kid playing like Modern for 2 all day, like yelling at people, right? So anytime I'd show like interest in a girl, usually it wasn't well received, and it's understandable why. Again, I had nothing going on in my life, and I was just like this angry little kid playing Modern for 2 all day. Like I understand, at least I understand now, right? But at that time, it was a very painful experience, right? Getting rejected left, right, and center, and it just it can put you in a place where you don't want to put yourself out there anymore, right? And again, that's maybe a whole separate topic. But I was like, okay, I'm sick and tired of being rejected. So if I have abs and then I have money and then I won't get rejected, right? It was just a compensating strategy to prevent putting myself out there to the world right now. Oh, instead of going out and asking someone that I like out right now, I'm just gonna wait till I have money. I'm gonna wait till I have abs, right? It was a fear of rejection. It was a fear of putting myself out there right now. So it almost a borderline a form of procrastination, right? So anyway, long story short, removing constant judgment of yourself and getting over the fear of rejection. This is what's built up my confidence, right? Not any of the other external things that I've done. They've helped. I'm not trying to deny that whatsoever. They've helped. But this has helped me the most, right? So just to summarize that, or maybe add on to that a little bit even more. Don't take yourself so seriously. You will, as far as rejection goes, like you 150,000% will get rejected, right? It's the way the cookie crumbles, not just in dating. As you try to improve your career, you're going to get rejected by many job interviews and such. It's just a process to improvement. The process to improvement involves rejection, right? And as far as judgment goes, just let it go. Like you're going to say dumb things. I guarantee you right now, no matter how much you try to be perfect, how much you judge yourself or try to make yourself into some perfect specimen, you're 100% going to say dumb shit. You're 100% going to have people who don't like you for one reason or another, right? These things will happen, right? You can't achieve some form of perfection. It literally doesn't exist. And all I'd invite you to do is just try it. Just try letting go of judgment for a week. Try it for a week, right? Try it for a week. Try letting go of judgment for a week. See how you feel about yourself. Just do it as an experiment. And if you like the results, maybe that's something worth prolonging. Now, I just want to end this video off by saying, hey, be kind to yourself throughout this process. This is not an easy journey whatsoever. Again, my background, as far as the self-improvement stuff, I was extremely, deeply insecure, right? That's the only reason I got into this stuff. Again, was tired of having a crappy dating life and not getting any attention all throughout elementary school, high school, college. Never being like the cool kid all throughout elementary school, high school, college. So I was just trying to scratch that itch the whole time. Again, these external goals. Oh, if I have abs, then girls will like me. Then I'll be cool. Or if I have money, then people will like me. And that's what kind of set me on a self-improvement journey. And hey, I don't regret it one bit, and I'm damn proud of everything I've achieved. And again, I don't. All those things, achieving all those things, they did help improve my confidence, right? So I'm damn glad I achieved them, right? But I do remember how difficult this stuff was. I do remember how painful it was going through rejection again and again and again. And I also do remember just how hard I was on myself the whole time, right? Like I was absolutely brutal on myself. Like my negative self-talk was on another level. And I want to save you from that, right? I want to save you from that, or at least show you another way, right? At least show you another way. And then you can try that way out and then decide for yourself whether that fits with you or not. But anyway, be kind to yourself throughout this process. Be proud of yourself every single day that you show up. Because a lot of people will start this journey, whether it be fitness, making more money, improving yourself on any aspect. A lot of people will start this journey. Not a lot will see it through till the bitter end, through the struggles, through the ups and downs, right? Not a lot will see it through the bitter end, excuse me. So you and I, we're on this journey together. I believe in you. But what I believe doesn't matter. What you believe matters. So I hope you believe in yourself too. Now I just want you to imagine for a second. Imagine you take this advice, you run with it, and your dating life is improving day by day by day. Right? Your money is growing day by day by day. So all the previous dating struggles, if you've been in a similar position, now you're getting better results, because while I've said everything and I stand by everything I said, I'm not going to deny that having more money and being in better shape did help, and in some cases it helped a great deal, right? So imagine if you had similar goals, that you've accomplished those and now you're getting those results, and imagine what that feels like. And your confidence in yourself is growing day by day by day as you improve yourself, right? And that's what's most important. Your self-esteem is going up day by day by day as well. Imagine that. And that's the path you're on. Again, keep working hard. I believe in you, but what I believe doesn't matter. What you believe matters. So I hope you believe in yourself too. And that's all I got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Ultimately, I want this to be our positive little community where we help each other, support each other, and help each other get to the next level in life. So please come join the community. I'll leave my Instagram, TikTok in the description, also somewhere here. Please do support there as well. Please do like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Peace.